Welcome again to another exciting episode of Master Na with our wonderful heroes, Puddles, the water being,
Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Do 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 do.
Fencer, the super cat,
You're not getting me in that bath, not while you have my life in me.
Transient, the meta manipulator,
Am I gonna have to make a bigger bath to make sure Spencer takes his?
and Jace, the technomancer.
Oh boy, trying to convince a cat to take a bath. Pain as a treat.
Last on Master Knot, after being pulled apart by multiple events and avenues, our heroes reconvene at the hideout at South Holding Street, only to find that while it appeared as a normal apartment building at first, going in from the top revealed a hidden truth to the pleasant scenes shown by the window. Inside the apartment seemed to be woven and interconnected by others. Meanwhile, Spencer is hot on the trail of the surgeon serial killer via time manipulation and animal senses to the mining facility. Who is this killer, and what is going on inside the apartment? Find out today. Picking back up with the group in front of the strange door. Once more, the
No,
door is
Ace, we can't do this.
fine. Picking up over at Spencer via the time manipulation. Once more, he is backtracking backwards while remaining standstill. I will need a will check from you to make sure that you are remaining yourself and not going backwards.
That is already something I obtained. Hold on one second. Checking. Yeah, I've got quantum acuity, which means I have really good temporal awareness, which means I know exactly how far back I'm going and I know exactly where I am. Also, you asked for a stealth check. At the end of last game,
Oh, yes, I did. Go for it.
I remember things. Sometimes they're not important, but in this case, it might be. Stealth check. It's a +3. Nothing bad ever happened with a +3. Okay, hero rolls. Okay. That is an 11. Keep in mind, we are in a heavy mining complex.
Yes. And a shining cat being with giant wings is definitely not so conspicuous.
No, not at all. Just average cat being standing
Well,
around.
Man, you mean we don't live in Coolsville where they have fucking cat gargoyles over the mine entrance?
Meanwhile, were you in protective form when you came all the way over here, or were you
I
in?
have to be. I
So you
have.
do. So you do watch as your previous winged visage, your like shell, your echo of the previous time that you were there, start wheeling back as you're. Oh, we already described that. How many times am I going to describe that? So you're sitting there, waiting for time to catch up with itself. So
Yeah.
far, no other time seems to be affected. You are still, your echo still is flowing through the regular time sense, although you are trying very hard to not pick up yourself in order to not like bring yourself back to this point too early.
Would you like a very visceral description so the audience does not get confused?
By all means, feel free to color it a little bit better. As
So,
someone distracts me with newspaper comic strips.
yes, newspaper
Hey,
comic strips.
in my defense, I posted that before game.
However, so originally I rewinded time 30 minutes. And because I rewinded time 30 minutes, I came to the exact point where I saw the man running to the gate and then running inside. However, at this particular moment, I am now letting time flow as normal. But here's the condition. Because I have, in real life, big science background, this is what you need to know. Everywhere I travel right now is fine, as long as I do not meet my previous self at the gate. Yeah. But right now, I probably have this really hard to like not notice ethereal quality to my movements. Slightly. It's like moving through Jello, but I have the key to move through Jello like it's just normal stuff. Like if
Yes.
if I move my hands too hard, it kind of looks like the world, like the universe is like hiccuping, and it isn't hard, and it isn't pleasant to look at.
Hmm. Okay.
Essentially, I am flowing through time, back to where it's supposed to be. But because I went backwards in time, it's not as bad. But if I went back like 100 years, the universe would be like, okay, something's wrong here. But for now, I am in a place where I technically still exist, but I probably shouldn't meet that other part of me.
Once more, as time resumes and picks back up, we're about 5 minutes into what was previously lost. That's when you do hear the pitter pattering of legs coming up towards there. Shit! Fuck! Shit! Fuck! Damn it! I wonder if I got saw. It's not the right guy. Damn it! Fuck. Gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. Stupid gate. You hear rumbling going around the gate where you're at while you're waiting on the other side.
Yes, I am waiting on the other side. At this particular moment, I am saying nothing, I am not moving, and I am actively hiding behind something.
All right, meaning I get a rule.
Yes,
Unfortunately, he's in panic mode, meaning
it's probably not gonna be
he actually misses you.
somehow. Wait, you rolled the d12. Oh, wait, no, that's
No,
a d20. My bad.
I rolled a 12, but because he's panicking, full on panicking, because he's on the run, he is literally glancing.
I would love to imagine two coworkers just like, hey, Bill, yeah? Is that the new hire? Nah, it's just some cat with wings. Must be the new cat, new fucking mascot for the restaurant across the street. Yeah,
Oh yeah, Chanel's Fluttery Kittens. Makes great omelets over there.
I am now writing down that restaurant.
Not exact. Yeah.
Oh god, every time I go back in time, a new cat-themed restaurant pops up in reality.
No, I cannot allow that to be a thing. Making a dog thing next. Anyway, so you do see the young lad run across. From what you can actually see in detail, he has brown hair, somewhat bloodstained. He is no longer wearing the green sweater, but this time the yellow raincoat. But it looks like he's getting ready to discard that, as you saw previously. No, wait, no, no. He already discarded that. He already discarded that. He's coming down. He's actually in a white thermal shirt. Strange out here in the desert.
I am just
As
taking notes at this point.
as well as baggy black pants. He seems to be running around the corner into one of the emptier warehouses.
I will check my power list. Does the warehouse look like it has a glass, like, warehouses have windows overhead where sunlight streams through? Can I fly up onto it and peer in through it to see where he is?
Give me a perception check.
Yes, sir.
Find one.
Uh, there's so many goddamn pens on my desk. Okay. What is my... Okay. That is a 2060 DM.
Fly gracefully up, and as you're able to discern, there's a couple of windows. One in this two-floor warehouse. A couple of windows along the rooftop, as well as a couple of windows all scattered along the sides of the building for the second floor.
Okay. Looking in through the warehouse, can I clearly see him best through the top one? Because that's the one I would be going to.
No, you did. While you did know that he ran into the first floor, you do not see him looking. Sorry. Go ahead. Give me another perception check. That my apologies. I'm skipping ahead.
No, you're good, man. This is really confusing. That's a 27.
Somehow staring through the floorboards and peering through it like you have X-ray vision.
I
Or
actually
cat
do have
senses.
extended vision.
You're able to see the somewhat movements as he remains in the first floor, but he seems to be shuffling around, changing into a different outfit, maybe. The clothes that smell like him are definitely being chucked into what seems to be a trash bin nearby. You do sense that he is stepping out through the first floor out onto the main courtyard again as he starts going through the mining facility.
This is concerning. Like, this is just internal thoughts for Spencer. Does he work? No, he doesn't look like he works here, but he knows to change his outfit here. He knows to use the entrance and go out the back one. And he knows his way around the facility. And as he's thinking this, he's going to peer over the side again to see where he's going.
All right, go ahead and give me an investigation this time, as he seems to try to go amongst the crowd.
Investigation. What is my investigation? It is a -2. Oh boy.
Do you have any points in investigation?
No, I do not.
If
However,
not, then awareness.
awareness?
Unless you have a feat that allows you to roll it like Jack of all trades.
I
Which,
do
as
not,
far as I can
actually.
tell, you do not.
Nope, just fearless, instant up, interpose, prone fighting, and takedown. Only at 1 rank. So that'll be awareness. That's at least at a +2. We'll see how that goes. That is a natural 20.
Okay. Despite
Plot.
his best efforts to allow himself to hide amongst the resources amongst the people working amongst the resources, you're able to keep a watch over this current disguise that he has, which appears to be that of the everyday worker uniform here at the mining facility. Brown seems to be buttoned up. You see him discussing the situation with a couple of the other workers, almost like he's been here for a good couple of years. Your ears do pick up him talking about a unique scenario here at the mine. Let me actually text that to you specifically.
No problem. The reason why I ask is because I have extended hearing. I know exactly how much time has passed since I started resuming time, and and I can hear a little bit further than normal. Man, me and Dolly would make a great team. In fact, we do.
Dolly is kicking ass and taking names.
Dolly is, in fact, kicking ass and taking names.
As of right now, Dahlia is up 3-1 as she has beaten them in most of the fighting games. There was something unsettling about the House of the Night game that they pointed out, and shooting other zombies became a little ironic. a bit distracting even. Why
I
she's
mean-
only maybe off by a couple of shots.
Fair enough. Probably be the only game.
She kept shooting the regular people too. That always takes away a life.
My God, we're at 99 members, anyways.
Anyways, so you continue watching him as he has this personal conversation with you. When the main horn blows, marks the 15-minute mark of the 30 minutes you went back in this point, where you see them nod and start making motions, leaving their lunch or whatever situation they were sitting at the time, and moving on to another part of the facility. You see him get into a vehicle and start driving over to a different section.
Did I catch his name tag?
Yes, once more, let me send that to you as well.
Take your time, take your time. Like, as this is happening, there's a very distinct clicking of a clock in the background as the second hand continues to move forwards. Spencer is absolutely on a timer right now.
And I do not blame you for hating me.
What? That's actually not that bad.
At the 15-minute mark, once more, you are now watching him get into a vehicle. If you're still observing, not interfering, he is find him being driven. He's not driving. He's being driven over towards.
Okay. Being driven towards.
Towards one of the other facilities. This one seeming to be for the drills and explosives. The drills and explosives that help break away and move most of the rocks and or to weaken it for the drills to drill through.
I'm gonna stay where I am at the warehouse, but I know where he is. I know what he's doing for work, but I'm not gonna do anything just yet. I mean, I've seen this guy rush in. I know this is absolutely the guy, but I need substantiated evidence. I mean, he's watched enough Pulp Fiction and true crime to know. Hold on a minute. I can't just turn this guy into police. I need evidence first. So, let's see here.
Your cat. Right, you're currently in your smarter self version. Right.
I have a little more awareness in this version than I do in my other one. I'm like, I'll just take that. No, no.
I would queue up the activity myself if I knew how, but someone queue up the activity with the Pink Panther music.
Dun, 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 dun. It's copyrighted. Don't show that all the way.
No, I just don't have to join.
It's fair enough. However,
Goodness.
as time slowly resumes, Spencer goes, maybe I should go back to the place where I went when I. Yeah, makes sense. And he will go right back to the place he was when he started going backwards in time. Oh, wait, hold on. Thinking about this. Okay. I cannot meet myself, so I can't do that. So instead, I'm going to sit there and wait for 10 minutes, which means essentially that
Will you
time.
still be paying attention to him while you're waiting for the 10 minutes to bypass?
I am still paying attention to him while the 10 minutes pass. I'm like, okay, I know where he is, I know where he works. He's going in there. Let's see what's going on. So I'm continuing to monitor exactly where he is. Are there any windows on that building specifically, or
No, not in this one.
fair enough? So I can only observe from outside, and I'm from a vantage point, so I'll stay where I am. Unless there's a better vantage point of this building.
Uh, what was that last part? One more time.
If there is a better vantage point, I will go there instead to watch him from another viewpoint.
By all means, give me another perception check or awareness check. See if you can find another vantage point while not being completely pointed out and go in the middle of the open, please.
This is perception or investigation.
Once more, either perception or awareness,
Okay,
and then I will still need another stealth from you as
that
you're
is
moving in greater lengths.
right. Plus, that is a 6 on stealth, but a 26 for perception. I really hope he doesn't see me. If he somehow rolls lower than that, I don't know.
Spencer, I can hear from your speakers. Okay.
I'm not in it for the money, folks. I'm in it for the fun. But that being said, I don't want to get someone else.
I'm monetized? Question mark?
We have sponsors?
Unfortunately, we can't be sponsored like that because that breaks the immersion of being in the 2000s.
This is true.
2002, independent.
This
Hey, we
we're-
can still
So
get
big.
strong
sponsored by
independent-
Nike.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
strong
gee.
independent streamers.
Just do it.
And today's
No,
special
we're-
advertisement comes to you from the Davis Hardware Store.
Davis Hardware. Choose us. We need a hammer.
Oh god, I'm so tired. Maybe I just need to go take a rest at the Hotel 5.
The Hotel 5. Sponsored by.
That was a sponsor.
Ooh, what's that? It's Advil. Small, orange, different. Anyways.
Okay, sending that to you as what you're seeing is what you're believing, and then as you're trying to stay hidden, he is looking around. As you do happen to find a better vantage point, I need to make I need to make 3 rolls. One for
3.
specifics, one for security, one for the public, and one for this particular
If they
person.
somehow all fail, I swear to Christ.
First one is the security. Was a +2.
Yeah, they see me.
Next is the public. We have a -2 because they're working.
Yes,
Wow, you're-
they also see me.
And then our dear buddy, who
Is currently working.
is also currently working, suffers a natural penalty.
Okay,
So he's at a -4.
okay. He also
And
noticed
still-
me.
Spencer, you find the best vantage point to be able to see him.
I see no
And that-
god up here than me.
And that happens to be right on top of the billboard that everyone can generally see. It's like in the main view for everyone because it's the billboard that says, "Work hard for a better tomorrow, proper future, mining at the WAM facility." And right at where you're standing at happens to be Mr. Watts, the head, Mr. Watts, like elderly, almost looks 50 in the paint in the like billboard sense. Mr. Watts of the Wamco facility, and
The-
you're just standing there, wings of Jason over his mustache. His mustache going from a wondrous black to a now bright pink, white.
kind of hard to tell. He has not realized that this. Wait, hold on. Has he realized this has happened? Let me check.
As several faces look up.
Yes, he's noticed. It's a nat 20 for perception. Why is
There's
everyone
a
looking at me?
speaker alarm. To the person floating around around the billboard. If this is a stunt, please step away from the billboard. The authorities are being notified right now.
He's just gonna. Yeah, oh, how best to say this? Oh wait, he has a -1 to presence, so it's not horrible. But he will go, sorry, and fly off.
That will mark the end of the 10 minutes that remained. As you do see him like panic, like almost dropping what he was doing, seeing something flying, seeing a flying cryptid in front of the billboard, and then go, "Oh, sorry." Poof.
Yeah, fly away from the billboard. And the best part about that is, as soon as that happens, as soon as 10 minutes are reached, there is a like the me that arrives at the gate suddenly just dematerializes on the security cameras at the same exact time that I leave. Like, it's like phasing into reality. Like, to give you a visualization, it's like light itself starts fractalizing and moving in geometric shapes over me until eventually I disappear at the gate. And at that same exact time, oh, sorry, flies away.
And that's how everyone else perceives you going backwards or forwards or around time when you isolate yourself.
I made a loop-de-loop.
Exactly. You close the loop. You did something safe. You did the right thing.
We'll see if we exploit this much worse later on. But for
I
now,
will hurt you. I will find ways to hurt you.
I know you will, and I'm very scared. That's why I won't do it.
Now,
Anyway.
I take it this is where you're fluttering back to the group friends, right? To the friends over at the South Holding Base, the ones that just managed to break in and are currently waiting at the front door of a magically unsealed black covered door.
Yeah, essentially at that exact moment, Spencer, the other me, gets the ping, and I also get the ping, and I go, all right, yeah, I'm coming. And Jace, while he's looking at, he's unconsciously realizing that. So there are 2 Spencer signals. What the fuck? Okay, there's only one now.
Jace goes to question it, and then he thinks about it long and hard, and with his high intelligence, is like, I don't want the answer to that.
Good.
Your like main conclusion is time shenanigans afoot, and you don't want time shenanigans. So the minute it goes back to 1, you just go, all right, glitch is over. Everything's
The less
corrected.
I acknowledge it, the less danger we're all in.
You've seen glitches like this before. The less you mess with the computer, the more it'll work itself out.
Oh, yeah.
Computer that is reality.
The simulation is altered for just a little moment.
So, if I'm allowed to flicker back to our group,
Now you are, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, go right ahead.
No, we needed to know just in case, Spencer
Explosion.
did something bad.
I know, but I didn't. I did something good.
I know,
And
I'm
roll
just
for it.
saying. We didn't know at the beginning of the
Oh, I know.
session.
You're good.
so as a group is sitting there waiting, there's some clamoring as you hear Spencer. Do you phase through walls, or do you just break through the walls, or do you follow through the front door?
You see, the front door is open, and I have been taught over the last chapter skip to use open doors when they are open. And if they are closed, check if they are locked. I understand that I might have broken that, standard when I destroyed a door to get into a bank robbery, but that was a different time. I used the open door, and I am back in my base form. I brush feathers off my shoulder and go, so what are we doing?
Transient is currently gazing at the door, double checking and taking notes of the current silencing sigils that this magical insignias are using. I say magical insignia because it's not using an alchemic circle like your like most of the other scenarios that you've seen and used.
Did you draw squiggles on that door? This is the transient.
No?
Well, are we going inside or just kind of staring at the door? Or is it like one of those mazes on those mats when you go to a pizza restaurant? I love those.
Hey, feel free to continue RPing for a few seconds.
Yeah, Mayor is recoiling from having to juggle time travel.
I'm legitimately in the door and I don't know what I've seen.
Yes, this is true. The mayor is probably detailing that out. Where's Wilda?
She was in here. I'm not entirely sure where she's at.
I am going to think really hard for a moment and then go, clearly, she has disappeared. We don't know where, but she's maybe somewhere around here. Can she like turn into furniture now? As he picks up one of the recliners.
To our knowledge.
Oh, his second. Yeah, go
You
ahead.
might not want to open the door either.
Oh, is it locked?
No, but it might alert the villain.
There's a villain here?
There's a villain somewhere.
Oh man, I was just chasing a villain.
I forgot the book. We'll be right back to go grab that book, but I did send info over to the person on the other side. Allow her to digest that as she will.
No
While
problem.
you guys are
Wilda
currently
needs to make a
discussing,
save.
Yeah,
yes,
probably.
heavily. I'll be right back to
Uh,
discern that save.
Yes.
my last roll.
Oh,
I
lovely.
am.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, keeping that. Keeping
keeping
that.
that. Oh boy. Spencer is immediately going over to the. Is there a fridge in this apartment?
Uh,
I
you'll have
think.
to wait until the mayor's back.
Fair enough. I will wait until he is back, but assuming there is a fridge, Spencer has learned manners to not grab food from the fridge, but he is heavily considering it. While that is happening, Jace, what are you doing?
Jace, as always, is on Tech Watch, where he's looking around for any unique technology that might be problematic. Like, I don't know, fucking security cameras or trip lights, stuff like that. Just making sure we're not gonna fucking explode if we walk through the apartment carelessly.
Hmm.
And Transhuman's intently studying the door, trying to figure out a way to bypass the alarms.
Oh, I go over to Jace because this literally just happened for me. Hey, hey Jace.
Yeah.
If I showed up on security cameras, you could take care of that, right?
I could. what the fuck did you do while we were gone?
Nothing. I am
It's nothing
lying.
that I do.
I do not have the presence to lie.
Okay, just tell me what cameras I need to wipe. I don't want to ask any more questions.
Well, I don't think you need to wipe them, but so in Spencer will basically just go, so you know the guy who has the knife that can cut through anything that you've been tracking with the L
The
and the
third
G for
murderer?
names? Yeah, him. So I found out exactly who he is.
Okay.
He killed another guy, and it wasn't the right guy. So he is looking for guys with
There
L
is
and
no
G.
right guy when it comes to murder, Spencer. Murder is always bad.
I know, but he was looking for someone, and he was really, really looking for someone. But the guy who died said that he was a doctor too. So he's looking for doctors. You were right. But apparently, the guy who died, he was not the right one. I'm trying to think of how to word this as Spencer. Oh, fair enough. But the weird thing is that the guy who got killed said he was really, really angry, but he just looked kind of scared when I went after him. I didn't fight him, but I just followed him.
Sorry, I had to say that out loud as a non-threatening thing. But yes.
Okay, Spencer, tell me the name right now before you forget.
Okay. Give me a moment. Getting the name. I will it is Steve McGarvin, and he works at the mine.
Read that again.
Oh, sorry, Steve McGarkin. Oh, hold on, I might have pronounced that wrong. Yeah, it's Steve McGurkin.
Thank you.
This is in character. This is absolutely in character. So, okay, it's Steve McGurkin. I'm sure it's Steve McGurkin now. And he works at the Watts mine for explosives.
I'll find him. As soon as you say Watts, he's like, I'll find him.
Technically, it's the Wham's facility, but it's most notable because he was nearby the Mr. Watts billboard.
It's like there's a big billboard. It has a Mr. Watts on it, and it's close to the mine.
I'll find him. Jace says a little more authoritatively.
Oh, I
Mayor,
knew at the
as
town
I'm
media.
as I'm studying this pattern, can I discern a way to bypass the alarm feature?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and use your knowledge of alchemy to try to discern the alchemic patterns of how to go about it, rune-wise.
Wilda will
Um,
appear out of the out of the keyhole and then go find a corner.
Oh, hi. Why are you going to the corner?
Give me a second. This is going to be a penalty.
Fair enough.
Perception is going to be at a
Is Wilda melting?
-3.
Wilda can't melt if she's already in
Oh.
water
It
form.
helps if I actually manage to put the right input in.
Like, yes.
I guess I gotta go find Hero's
Nope.
feelings.
Yes. I have not seen anything put in that chat for a while.
To be fair, you haven't been with us.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah, you have been everywhere but with us. Quite literally.
Look, I don't write the rules. I simply skirt around them.
While so your alchemic knowledge understands how it's being set up, but it definitely is not a formula you're used to, given the strange esoteric manners it curves, rather than going in a proper circle. It curves at wrong angles and almost twists around, once more like a tree branch. as you're looking at it, your best assumption for trying to be quiet about it or trying to go around the alarm is to essentially try to attack the door frame outside of the runes. Or, but that's your best assumption. You also do consider the possibility that the runes could still be active if the wood splits enough, or even is missing enough weight to cause the rest of the body to shift.
Alright.
It's a bit iffy with how you rolled. Barely you're like barely on the cusp of actually getting it.
Alright. One last question. Is this runic assembly, is it only on the door and the door frame?
Is that what the perception was for, or?
No, that was to notice Wilda coming out of the keyhole while I was studying something with alchemy.
No, you didn't. You were too busy, like in the full steads of the alchemy studying to realize that Wilda's back right behind you. As you're looking around, it does only appear that it is wrapped around the door frame and the door itself. Does not seem to be going around, touching the walls around them.
We might be able to just straight up bypass this by not doing anything to the door.
I need to look up something real quick as I figure he's out to prepare something.
I'm gonna roll another perception roll now that I'm not focused directly on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, is someone still blasting music on? No, no one is.
And that should have been a -2, so it would have been a 5.
Yeah, it
But
won't work on that one. I already tried it last time.
I don't know if that's good enough to hear Spencer.
How did you? Wow, man, this alchemy being not alchemy has got you so enraptured you can barely even hear him. It's all somewhat muffled to you. It's like if you could just find a way to just get around it, you could probably see the rest of the symbols on the other side, and maybe crack a new code on how to use alchemy in different ways.
BRB.
What's up? We can hear you now. What's up?
Food.
Ah, okay. Actually, you know what? That actually would make more sense. 1 second.
Yeah, that is definitely my complication.
Muted myself real quick to make sure I found what I'm looking. Yep, found the exact one I'm looking for. Although I'm not sure how well it'll translate for everybody. So once more, I take it you're getting ready to attempt to go through the wall. Transient?
Let's see here. I've
And Jace,
noticed Spencer. At least vaguely.
Jace
And
is
Jace-
considering. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go first.
Jace is considering how to do this without just completely annihilating this wall.
Gwilda's in the corner.
Unfortunately.
Wilda has not been able to regather herself in order to explain what she has experienced on the other side.
Yep.
Transient hasn't rolled high enough on his perception to actually notice.
Fair.
Jace, are you listening in on what Spencer and is trying to talk about to Wilda?
Wilda, no. I heard all the stuff earlier.
Okay. So you can at least pick up that this is definite. This definitely sounds like serial killer MO, just targeting somebody, then going back to your day-to-day life, all willy-nilly, well planned. Seems kind of sick that this guy has an easy out for going after certain people from the inside of Power Goal's like main connective tissue, which is the mine for the rest of the city. You know, so like the main hub for the web, and he has full access to it. At least that's what you're pondering about. Now this whole thing, for you, Jace, maybe an intelligence check, or maybe a perception check, while you're watching both scenes of the water being recoiling with the super cat being going to her, and the meta manipulator being enraptured by new runes that he's already mid jotting down in his personal textbook, whether physically or mentally. By all means, describe. How would your technomancer go about either resolving or helping either situations, if at all?
With the door or with the serial killer, you mean?
Right now, your choice of the current inside the building. The serial killer is currently out there. Currently out there. You're focused on in here right now, but the out there is now currently being pinned and like set aside in your personal giant wall of how Power Goal is laid out, and you have like serial killer right there. Now with Steve McGurkin tagged to a name and a somewhat sketchy like sketch given by Spencer.
All right. In that case, I think what I will do is I will can I get a feel for what the layout of this room on the other side probably is? Not like the contents, but like where there would be load-bearing walls versus a wall that leads into the middle of a room.
Yes, you can. Though it'd be, if you were to use straight technology, it would be a high roll as you're trying to like recall certain city ley lines and see if you can find like a hopefully recently uploaded blueprints, as they're slowly being demanded to do in certain areas, to at least have a digital copy to go along with a physical copy.
All right.
Or if
I
you
think
tried, or if you try to go a different route, let me double check your page here. No, that's not what I was trying to grab. Trying to grab Jace. So once more, you do have logistics. Logistics would help you understand the certain concepts, like the logistics of architecture, which would help you pinpoint of where, generally speaking, would be more for a situation like this, where the obvious load bearing pillars for the walls would be, where certain like weakened areas for piping or designs. You give your logistics would be your logistics would be able to help you give yourself a general visualization of how this current apartment is compounded, as you're already looking around studying the current apartment outside, knowing that it's already being hard manipulated, not like matter manipulated, like what our alchemist has been doing, but like carpentry and maintenance, like full on. They tore down a floor and hand built a stair set that you guys just came down to, and this is how you got into this next section here. I hope that made
So it
sense
would be
somehow.
logistics roll.
Yes.
Okay. Let me think. Yeah, I'm gonna do a logistics roll. That's one of my plus 17s while you're looking at my sheet, isn't it?
Yep.
Lots of no's are
on your
coming from the corner now.
Lots of what?
No's. No, 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 no. Like that.
If it's too soft, yeah. Transient's not paying attention, so.
uh, you know what? Give me a presence check, Wilda. As everyone else will be going off their passives.
Eh.
Okay.
passive
Air.
perception.
My passive is going to be at a -5 currently because of my obsession.
Which is fair. And go ahead and gain a Benny from that.
I actually might notice with that roll. No, it has to be higher.
Let's see. Current perception for you is a +3. With a -5, it'd be -2. It's 10 to be an 8. She rolled a 4. Even to your, even you, as absorbed as you are in that, can hear the steadily growing nose coming from behind you, especially since it's connected to Wilda. And that pulls on a certain heartstring on you.
And I break 3, so this is going to be a will save. All right. DM, any modifiers for this?
For the will save, not this time.
Okay, so base will save.
As Jace, let me double check yours. And I believe Spencer would also hear it, given its age. Spencer is a
Spencer is right there next to her.
yeah. He technically gives a +5 bonus to it. +5 to the +1, so it'd be a 16. She hits an 8.
What do I have to do, huh?
Nothing, other than be right there for her, be caring for her. Yeah, there's no way you can't not hear this, Jace. The steadily growing nose coming from the corner as Wilda is slowly beginning to regain her voice.
It's just a bunch of no's.
All right. Was my will save high enough to break free of my obsession?
Double checking. So many windows. 16. By 1 point, yes, you beat it.
This is rather brutal, but I do feel like it's in character for Jace while he's doing all this science stuff in his brain, trying to figure out the best infiltration strategy to say something along the lines of, "While I completely sympathize with having an existential panic attack, I do not believe this is the time."
Damn.
Yeah, no. Transient breaks free of his obsession with this runic alchemic circle mix and is now heading straight for where Will is at. Spencer now has his chance to. Spence,
Uh-huh.
what are you doing?
Oh, at this point, I'm waiting for the... Has anyone done anything about the door?
No,
No.
not yet. There's
Jace is
still
trying to figure something out.
I'm gonna look at the door, and I'm gonna look at Jace, and I'm gonna look at Transient, and then I'm gonna look at the door. I'm gonna look at the
Transient's
door.
heading straight for Wilda at this point. Wilda's in a panic attack. I don't know why Spence isn't doing something right now.
Doing something about the door?
No, doing something about Wilda.
Oh, I know. But at this particular moment, he trusts you with it.
Because this should be triggering everything in him regardless.
Oh, this is triggering everything in him regardless, and he was right by her side trying to comfort her, but she's just been going, no, no, no. And Spencer's intelligence isn't that high, so he just like, oh, you don't want comfort? Sorry.
Spence,
Yeah,
you're an empath.
fair enough.
once more. You're feeling pure panic coming from her.
Yes. I'm trying to decide if it is eliminate the source of panic or comfort Wilda. It's probably
Make-
comfort Wilda.
Yes, yes.
Sorry.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I am currently holding Wilda.
I'm just gonna be
Good.
comforted.
Yeah, you don't have a
There's a-
choice in this.
There's
Yeah.
a few minutes of comfort as you guys take a moment to hug it out. Jace, you're still trying to as you're studying, you've come up with the best idea that the best method will probably be to go underneath it rather than because the most load-bearing wall seems to be on either side of the door. More than likely, the best way to go about it without breaking the entire or bringing this portion down onto itself would be to go for the area of weakness, which would be the door frame of where it's at, uh, where the door frame is at. Blech. You also know that most of the piping and air ducting would either be along along the in between parts, like between the dining room and the living room area, that lead up to the main duct vents. Most of it does avoid like the main bulk of the floor here, from what your general sense is. Do you relay that to the group?
Yeah, I relay that to the group.
I.e., well, best way we can go about it is probably just to cut a hole in the floor right by the door there, and see what's underneath. I think
I
it's
will tell Rock and Prime to bust out the laser sword.
By your technology combined, I am rocking Prime.
Hey,
Yes,
Jace,
you are.
you might want to find out what's on the other side of that thing before you decide to cut in there.
Do we have a way of doing that without setting off the trap?
Oh,
I
a
mean-
number of ways, including altering the wall in such a way that it's still load bearing.
Heard it in the glass?
Now, for the moment, let's see what we can find out. Because unless you're able to see into there, I think we have a bigger issue.
Try looking in, I guess, or doing whatever you wanted to do. I'll beat on the laser sword.
Too loud. Too loud. Too many. Too many.
Reports are coming back from the shaken water. Too loud and too many. Remind me, did I deny anyone's ability to do any like sensing past this because of the magical seal?
No.
Unless Spencer is able to perceive on the other side, no.
I mean, I can sense aura and emotion.
Yeah, but
And
is it a visible line of sight or is it a general area?
I think it's general area. Let me check.
And do you have to be able to see it? Because I know with your empathy, you have to be able to see them.
Okay, so for animals, speak to comprehend. So comprehend, spirits communicate, spirits medium. Awareness, emotional, low light vision, ultra vision. It's just awareness. Let me check. It's a perception check. You can sense use of effects. Uh, does not say line of sight from what I can see.
All right. And Jace, is there? Did I give you? Did I deny you your ability to use like your technomancy to try to find like technologies past this point?
You didn't. I just suggested what I was going to try and do, and you said use logistics instead, which I did for a 34.
If I recall, you were the question was, could you find a method around the door? Uh, that's what I was interpreting. So forgive me for not suggesting finding an alternative way to look on the other side.
Right. I can use tech if you'd like me to use tech. One of my
By all
17s.
means. By all means.
28.
All right, and go ahead, Spencer, to give me your personal perception roll.
Ah, great. The perception that has a +1 to it on this form.
Hmm.
Don't worry, I'll find out. Who the fuck is messaging me? Well, that's a natural 20 again.
All right, so both after a couple of seconds of hearing Wilda going no too loud, Jace, you realize might as well see if there's like possible any cameras or any technology still being used on the other side there, and so you send out your personal feelers. While Spencer, you using your cat senses, try to hone in past the door, try to see what you can vibe with. Ace, you're able to pick up a personal camera that seems to be used and being connected to an Ethernet router that seems to be like slowly moving. And while you can see readings of like high engaged noises being played, you're unable to hear anything through your technology devices. You're able to somewhat connect to the speakers and connect to the microphone, but nothing is going through it. You know they're all working properly, and you know that the signals going into the microphone is going straight out the speakers. But you try to tap it, does not get result any sound. But you're still able to see there is a lot of people in this next room. We're talking arms up in the air, body to body, shoulder to shoulder. We're talking full on sweet rave party action on the other side of this room here. There is full on bumping and gyrating, but you can't hear anything. For Spencer's point of view, you can feel everything.
God, first
The
party.
very emotion of party, the very emotion of excitement, of let loose and be free, of wildness and true transcending humanity by allowing the music to take you to new places. You are just straight up seeing all this vibe ooze past the wall. Although no one else can hear, your ears can pick up the very soft and heavy thuds of a bass beating in the background that just cannot, that just seems to absolutely deadened right at the wall. While your ears can pick up the vibrations, they don't full on get the full sounds. It's like those vibrations even die out right at the wall, but you can hear it from the other side. You can pick that up from what your senses. You can sense so many other bodies on the other side just enjoying the energy there. But you
Yeah,
can't hear anything past that wall.
fair
But you
enough.
can feel everything.
Uh, about how many bodies do I feel, or is it just too many?
How many bodies is a legion of ravers
At least 100 or so.
inside an apartment building that
Hmm.
seems to have multiple layers broken into? At least from what you're understanding, because you're already went from the sixth floor, one apartment, into a fifth floor that's connected to two different apartments, and about to go into a third connected apartment set.
So, Spencer's going to go, do you guys not see or feel or hear that?
I mean, I can tell there are ravers over there, but there's no sound coming at all.
It's really loud. And there are like 100 of them, and they're really, really enjoying the party. Man, I've never partied like that. Anyways, there there's this feeling there that they're trying to like ascend or something like those movies you'd see where people use that white stuff in the parties or drinks out of the brown bottles like mom has, but they're really 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 into the party and the sound is super loud but it stops right points at the wall there. And there's like layers to the party.
So loud. Too loud. So loud.
So yes, as you guys gather the consensus, the other side seems to be a very vibrant rave party going on, and yet no noise is coming through. Transient, everything's seeming to come together as while there is an alarm system, the thing keeping everything quiet seems to be those symbols in this weird magical formation, and maybe, just maybe, it might spread further than just the door. What do, my heroes?
Hmm. So, think about how best to put this. Oh, so you weren't. No, it wasn't anything scary. It was just so much noise. Okay. Hmm.
Too many people.
Can you, like, put earphones on? Pokes her water skin.
Had to be unmuted. No.
You pulled a me.
It was only a singular word that got lost.
Hey, it
No.
still happened.
All right. To grant us a little bit of time to think on the scene, let's read out some hashtags at this point.
Oh God.
Great idea. Oh,
So
God.
from Jace, we have hashtag crime solving the wrong crimes and hashtag every criminal but the right criminal. From Transient, we have time shenanigans. And once more, from Jace, we have hashtag the time warp, hashtag again. Spence has posted hashtag Power Goal Panther. And with the scene unfolding, I have just posted Power Goal MA rating hashtag.
Hmm. I have what are those called? Oh yeah, idea. I have an idea. Spencer will get up from Wilda and look to Jace, and he will go, Can you turn off electronics, like the speakers and stuff?"
Sure. And he will crack his knuckles and then try to just turn off all the party stuff.
No. Before he cracks his knuckles, he's like, "Not yet, not yet." Because when the speakers stop, I think the party stops. And the last time I saw that was on TV, and no one liked that. So, thinking, oh, right. If we sneak into the party without going into the party, do you think that'll work?
I guess looks at the group. Actually, no, I don't think that will work.
Yeah. Out of character, not going to work. In character, maybe?
No, I don't think that's gonna work.
Okay, well, you can turn it off then.
I'd shut off all the party stuff.
I will need a technology check from you.
It's only
By
a
all
plus
means.
17.
Let me double check something.
Pain as a treat.
27.
I don't remember how to spell eidetic.
EIDETIC.
Sure.
And you said that was a 27?
Yes.
You go to shut the speakers off. You send out that electrical vibe, and you feel something slap your hand as you're unable to turn it off.
Damn.
You feel
Okay.
some.
I
You
shut off
feel
power to the building.
No,
another
don't. Wait,
technology
what?
check.
If you want to fuck with that game, all of it's gone. Fuck you.
Okay, you've
Right.
lost power.
Fuck
You've
you.
lost privileges for 1 hour.
Congratulations, you've lost your electricity privileges.
Stuck on that, nerd.
You know you turned off the power to the main grid. You to the main grid for the building. You definitely hear several people. You definitely hear it, at least in certain loudness outside of the building where you're at. Casual, you hear people going, "What's going on with the electricity? Ah, my lights! I swear, I paid my utilities on time. This damn building is about to go to shit."
Man.
And this damn building, this darn building is about to go to crud. Max, watch your language around the children. I don't care right now. I know I paid this woman.
My God, there has to be at least one guy going, "Can't have shit in power, go."
Can't have shit in fire go. I'm moving to Denver.
I'm moving to fucking Detroit.
And yet, with all that off, with power off now outside, with everything almost in shrouded darkness, there is still hints of light coming from the keyhole.
Spencer's like, "Yeah, I didn't do it."
All right.
Can I like?
The power didn't work. All this other stuff didn't work. Jace's.
Can I like break down the wall? Or are we not going to do that?
Let's try one more thing before you just punch holes in the wall, Spencer.
Okay. Just let me know when.
I'm gonna overload all of the stuff. I want to turn the speakers up to dangerous volumes. I want to get the lights to burn as bright as they can so they start to burst. I want to just go 1,000%.
I will need another technomancy check from you.
Hey man, the power's getting a little bright. No worries, man. I ordered those surge protectors.
29.
It is a little more difficult given that you turn out the main power, but you're able to reconnect to the speakers and attempt to start dialing it up. You're able to reconnect to the stereo system and attempt to start over cranking it. You attempt to make everything unpleasant for the bass, for the musical sensation. But once more, you feel your hands get smacked, and even a little reverb in your mind. No one messes with the musical vibe but me.
That is true.
Spencer, blow the walls down.
I'm gonna go back into human form.
Give me just a moment here. Okay. Spencer blows the wall down. And DM, can I roll that as a strength check?
Go ahead.
Are
do
you
your
aiming?
strength check.
Are you aiming for the door or the wall directly?
The wall directly.
Yeah.
Load
just the wall
bearing
directly?
wall.
No, I mean, I could
Spencer
just...
doesn't. Spencer doesn't know it's load bearing. Only Jace does.
Yeah, only Jace knows it's load bearing. At this point, he's like, Spencer, blow the wall down. Okay! That is a 12 somehow. So I am very reckless about this.
You go running. Oh, go
DM
ahead.
question real quick. I went into human form after going all over that floor.
Oh no.
I'm going to need a fortitude check from you. I'm going to need
Okay.
I'm going to need a will check from you for your own personal mentality. And then I'm going to need another fortitude check from you.
Okay, so 2 fortitude. Will.
One will be higher than the other.
I mean, probably.
Let's just say if I don't pass these, something's happening. Oh, okay, of course.
Thank God.
First
That gives you a little bit bonus on the next fortitude.
Okay, this is Will. Of
We'll
course.
still know.
Just telling me now.
Next fortitude, no.
One second.
Well, next fortitude, that's another +5
Oh, okay.
because natural 20.
14, so.
I think the DM is calculating how fucking hard I'm punching this wall.
No.
Also, he got called.
Oh.
So,
I
another
have
good time to start calling out new hashtags. From Puddle, we have hashtag opposition. From Transient, we have hashtag anti-tech. From Spencer, we have hashtag anti-Jace villain. And once again, we got 3 more from Transient. Hashtag meta druid. Hashtag St. Cole building. And hashtag coming down.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Why are you guys tossing out such things? Let's go.
I'd like to point out that coming down comes in 2 forms. But it's a rave. You expect there not to be drugs? Don't do drugs, kids.
So, thankfully, in your water form, as you're able to turn back, you're able to completely ignore what would have been the unique sensation of certain party drugs. But you're as you return back to form, you find it just like clinging on your actual shirt. It hasn't like fully melted yet. So, or like like sweater arm hasn't like fully melted yet, so you're like able to like wiggle it off or like scrape it against like a nearby rug that's on the floor, keeping it
I'm
safe
being
with
held.
yourself.
I'm not wiping it off on anything.
Uh, well, you're at least keeping it from full on touching you. It's on the very droopy part of your clothing. So just be careful if you go back to water form. That being said, with all the loud noises, the weird closeness that you witness from people, and how much was just being tossed on the ground, you didn't. You're almost ready to go back home. You're ready to call it a day. It's like you found where they're at. You already know what they're doing. You don't like what you saw in there. Nope, you're good. You're almost done. I'm done. I'm calling it. Is how you're feeling. That being said, the next fortitude, you do find yourself, after all the stress now coming up to you, able to able to keep most of your lunch down. Thankfully, you don't lose. You don't throw up. You don't lose yourself to the stress thanks to that extra +5. But you are not ready to go past that door frame just yet. As Spencer goes over and gets ready to break through the wall.
I am very reckless about this.
Spencer, you start beating on the wall, and the wall starts somewhat cracking under your hands as you're like just whomp whomp whomp, which is widely striking, but the strikes aren't fully caving into it yet. So let me give a toughness check for the wall here as you're just whomp whomp whomping on it.
Keep in mind, I think my fists have piercing. Let me check that. Oh
And
no!
then a break.
I would like to flavor this, DM.
How much piercing does your fist have?
Let me check. Unarmed strike. Okay, so they don't have piercing, but my natural weapons also do not. Interesting. I thought I had them. Anyways.
This kitty got declawed recently.
Yeah, recently. However, it's like shaving a hair, cut 2 bits, but the last one is his fist coming straight through the wall.
Starts caving in, and as you break through, I need just an absolute force of rave music starts blasting you. As we'll say, "Hey, Mr. Wonderful," bass boosted times 20 is at full scream, as you are now all subjected to what seems to be heavy bass music.
Yes.
Heavy bass rave music blasting.
Spencer hasn't been told to stop though.
Spencer, you are even finding it hard for your own fist to like continue going through as you've now released this sudden cacophony of rave music in a directional blast towards you.
That's pretty loud. In character, that's pretty loud!
As the rest of us are unable to hear you through the music.
What? Hit it again?
So as the music is now bursting through the wall that you've created, pushing everyone somewhat back, pushing you slightly back, and now deafening everyone in this loud music. It is definitely a parody. You can see wall to wall bodies of ravers just dancing their hearts out. Some people doing questionable substances in the shadows. You definitely hear heavy music coming from from different corners of the room where the speakers are at. And in like the corner of your eye, since you're only able to see a part of it, you're able to see a small television screen with what seems to be a woman like in the center going on. Welcome, my party people! We are not stopping this party no matter what kind of scenario is going on. Even if the electricity gets cut off, even if they're storming down the walls, this party doesn't stop! I am Electric Celine, and you are my sweet ravers! There would be obvious sounds, warnings about large quantities of noise causing disruption to ears and horrible deafening from
As advised.
coming from Rock and Prime. Unfortunately, the cacophony of noise has already deafened you all and unable to hear his currently ongoing PSA.
Question, GM. How far away is the stage and speakers from me?
Not within eyesight.
It doesn't matter if it's within eyesight. How big is the room that I can now see into?
As big as a 3x2 living room in a
3x2 living room? That is tiny.
Yeah.
sorry, allow me to rephrase. I mean, because it is a living room. It is an apartment complex. It is the living room of a 3 room by 2 bathroom. It is a roughly maybe we'll say 240 feet
No,
at most
no,
wide. At
800.
most wide.
So here's the thing. My little apartment is 850 square feet.
Yeah.
The living room is roughly 20 by 15, right? Puddle?
Probably.
Alright, then 20 by 50. No, 20 by 30. Yeah, 20 by 15. Bleh.
Okay.
That's a lot of people crammed into that small of a space.
Yeah, it is.
Why do you think she's having a panic attack?
Fair enough. Spencer has not
She
been
got
told to stop.
stepped on. There are drugs on her right now.
Yeah. I am going to hit it again.
He's gonna hit the wall again.
Yes, you have not
Nice.
told me to stop.
Let me
No
double
one has
check
told me.
something. Guys, there you are.
That does a little more.
Okay, I have to go deeper into my thing. So I have shapeable area, 30 cubic feet. It's not big.
Oh boy.
The low bearing wall is mostly crumbling. You do hear cracking and like crooning coming from the roof above, but it's still holding for now.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Is
wanted
there
to
a-
ask if we could double check if this is the right place before we crush all these people with a house collapse.
It's
Sure, give me a perception check as you
yeah,
guys are
good
gazing
idea.
into the.
I'm sorry to rain on their parade. As transient is going to effectively cover a decent area in a rain cloud.
I'm going to make a perception check to see if we're in the right place.
Definitely go for it.
With a natural 20, are we in the right place, DM, or did Spencer give us wrong directions again?
For the second time.
That would be a +5, so 42. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, no, that's fine for transient. That's within his acceptable parameters.
Oh, fair enough.
He's only converting the air above these ravers into effectively cumulus clouds.
There is an above average chance that they will see that and be like, oh, fuck yeah, fog machine.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was my thought on it too.
Yeah, up until the point it starts raining on the electronics.
Honestly,
All
with
right, so
what they've been doing so far, I am not sure that will be enough to stop them.
It will to the speakers.
So, Jace, you witness transient start making rain all over the place. You do see some of the ravers have mixed results. I do need to make a quick roll, but before I do that, as you're watching them have mixed results and try to come to a consensus of how they feel about the rain coming down, hitting some of the hitting some of the equipment in nearby. You do see the teleporter that was pointed out to by Wilda and Transient all that time ago this afternoon, like pop around with a drink in her hand, like uh looking around, looking like she's attempting to calm down, have the time of her life, and then see you guys.
Specifically,
Aneurysm.
oh no,
Aneurysm.
aneurysm. Just first thing she sees is Spencer. Hi.
Oh no.
Oh no,
And
I don't think that
continue.
beats it.
No, it doesn't. Let me go check my DC again. It's higher now than it was before. That would have only been 1 degree of failure before, but now my current aneurysm is a DC 18.
Oh no.
So that's
Oh,
2
that's failure
degrees.
too.
2 degrees. They are stunned. I aneurysm a second time.
Aneurysm. Aneurysm. Aneurysm.
We're gonna, I'm gonna say there's a little bit of a cooldown with the aneurysm as she is already stunned.
I mean, someone's gonna need to catch her, otherwise she's gonna get crushed or killed.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this. When it comes to Spencer, can he move through the wall now?
I will need agility checks from you. As you
Agility
have to
check. Okay.
Yes, agility, as you have to squeeze through the bodies.
Okay. Just making sure.
That being
I
said,
can't-
speaking of said bodies,
I can't just go, hi, I'm the wedge.
With his strength and his speed, he could very well.
I
Just
love the idea that she sees us and is like, oh no, goes to teleport, and suddenly her brain feels foggy.
it's like, okay, everything's gonna be fine. You know, all I need to do is have a drink and just calm down. And
Oh,
oh my
God.
god, it's the
Yeah. DM, with my strength and agility being a 6 and a 9 respectively, I'm gonna request the permission to walk through the crowd of people, and if they get in my way, they're getting pushed.
All right. No, I understand. Let me roll how they feel at the current moment. This is even with the -5 from the rain. As some of the sparking does start to get a little out of hand, and they do seem to start not somewhat dispersing as they start going through the hole that you made in the room and start dancing out in the room you guys are in.
Yeah, it's a party.
Slowly funneling the party out into here. It is now no longer as dense as it was, but it is now becoming slightly more congested in this room.
The NPC spawn rate has gone up. However, do I make it to the teleport girl?
Let me double check your. Did you even roll yet?
No, do I have to roll agility?
Yes, you have to. You still have to roll agility, even with them pouring out, especially with them pouring out.
So give me a second. I'm checking something. Could I use acrobatics or agility? You know what? It's just like 1 point different. Not going to matter anyways. Okay, let's see what
I
happens.
mean, if acrobatics is higher,
Okay, I'll make an acrobatics then. Plus. Do you want me to keep that dice roll plus the thing I have, or should I roll again?
keep it. Keep it for now, unless you plan on using a Benny to re-roll.
I have no bennies, so that would be a 13, not a 12.
It is like you're swimming through through the bathtub with how many people are here, except they're not full water. They're just sweaty bodies. So you're just arms are up. You're able to move people physically, but for every person you like shove past you, 2 more come flowing in. Like you are strong enough to wade through the bodies, but it takes you like an extra minute, or two to get to her. By the time you get to her, she starts to blink. That's when the second aneurysm gets blasted onto her.
Aneurysm.
That's when she starts to have hope. Aneurysm sequel.
Aneurysm Part 2. And you're
Oh.
Part 2, the incapacitated.
Aneurysm Part 2. Nosebleed.
Aneurysm Part 2. You fail.
You see her
Oh.
eyes like look up at you, like you get the emotion of crap, God, and then just this weird momentary flat line, followed by a couple of heartbeats as she's still alive, just with a nosebleed on her now, just completely out for the case.
Sounds great. I have her.
Falling
I
to
am
the
I am
ground.
holding her in my arm like she is a suitcase.
Target apprehended.
However, is there anyone else here who is currently looking like, ah, shit, it's the Popo?
There's at least a good few dozen upset partygoers that seem to be a bit standoffish with you, as well as like 2 or 3 key bodies on in this particular apartment set. But from what
Second
as
round
well
of rain.
as well as the one person that's still raging music in somewhere in this apartment set.
So
Maybe
hold
not in
on.
this
And,
apartment set, maybe somewhere in this apartment complex.
Somewhere.
But more
That
rain
and
is
would
being
the
made.
and the cloud has expanded to cover the entirety of that room now.
question,
Wait,
DM.
are you able to actually manifest weather via alchemic reactions? Because then it would only be short amounts. Wouldn't
It would
last
be
too
like a
long.
bucket of water all over that room.
As long as I'm maintaining the transmutation, yeah.
It's like the sprinkler system went off, but worse. A
So he's
lot worse.
manipulating the sprinkler system. Got it.
It could be. But because I got the nat 20, and I know that there are layers to specifically how deep this party goes, would
Yes.
I have a sense of direction as to where the real party's at?
You are currently yes, you are currently at like the first stage of the party. It does feel like the party deepens towards your right, per se, towards your right.
Now, because I have her in my arms, slap on a pair of power inhibiting cuffs. Because Jace did give me those.
I did give him those.
How many?
That is equipment that he is in possession of.
I think he gave me 3. I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure it was 3, because that was the number that immediately popped into my head, too. And I know he used 1 on Manny or Greg.
Yeah, so I have 1 left after this. The second one has been used on Teleport Girl. And Spencer's going to just kind of hoist her up like she's being surfed over. You know what? I have a great idea. He's seen this in the movies, right? He's going to go ahead and go, you know what? That's a bad idea. And just walk back out where the flow is going and hand the body. You know what? He's got the. Yeah, he's going to hand the body to the party and just go, I found the teleport girl.
As you toss the currently unconscious body of teleport girl onto the ground, you do hear one of the party goers go, "Hey, they got Kathy, and they put her in cuffs. They're cops. We got cops here. Get them."
Yeah. Oh no.
Initiatives.
Aneurysm.
Aneurysm. Aneurysm.
Initiatives.
Oh no.
Initiatives.
Aneurysm.
DM, how much blood do you want on your hands?
How fast do you want the
Enough.
aneurysm to go off to save these people?
Once more, it's-
As I'm staring.
I'm gonna Benny that.
Aneurysm. Oh my god!
So that
That's
is
an-
an 18.
Oh, that's a 10, not a 20. Hang on. And that's, yeah, okay. Let's try this correctly now.
I am probably going first.
Jace is probably going second.
I am fine with going last. I'm still in a panic attack.
There are cops. Listen, I like donuts, but not that much.
No,
Okay, maybe
it's
I love
the
donuts,
cop.
but-
What do we do, Jace? Aneurysm.
Jace, what do we aneurysm?
It's very simple. Incapacitate and then leave.
Transient. Wait, there was a floor here?
Fair enough. I am very terrified by that statement, but okay.
I would really like to say that Jace did try to save these people. He put in an honest effort.
I have an idea. I don't know if Spencer would
Transient.
come up with it, though.
Transient is currently in no shits given mode.
Yeah, he's like, I've had enough here, aneurysm.
Most of us
No,
had
that's me
enough.
doing aneurysms. He does just total enemy wipe, no hesitation.
Stand.
Oh, 18 for transient, if I'm reading that right.
Correct.
Huddle has gone a...
6.
6.
Why are you so proud of that?
If you haven't noticed, any roll I get that's below like 10, I scream.
Yeah.
Like if I get a 2, I go 2.
That's adorable.
You do that when you play Blossom. It's pretty cool.
Jace has a 10.
I do it with every character because
Oh,
it's
yeah, I know.
freaking hilarious to roll a 4.
Jace actually has
Oh, did Jace also burn a Benny?
No, I didn't. I accidentally rolled a D10 the first time.
Ah, never mind then. Never mind. Sorry. So
He's got a
Jace is
21.
And Spencer has a 29. Time to
What?
roll
The speedster
the-
goes first?
Shock and awe.
I know.
Unheard of.
Bad thing is, if Spencer's in the middle of all this, he's going to be the only one unhurt from it.
So these are the first set of party ravers. These are all being individualized, mind you.
You're rolling 100 dice.
No, just 6. One's 16, one's a 2, one's 19. Oh, look at that. One's a 3,
Oh,
got an 8, and then a 4.
that's a natural 1.
I mean, there's an easy solution to this.
As there always is.
Fix the wall.
Easy isn't always.
But there's more party.
Hang on, it's the cops. They've got Kathy. Wall seals up. What the fuck?
I cast mend wall.
But we have
And
someone who
then-
can cast mend wall.
Yep, at range.
Yes.
I cast steel door.
I cast end encounter.
You see, DM, that's a beautiful encounter you have there. I kicked them down the stairs.
I want to be angry, but this wouldn't have been the first time. Won't be the last.
I think I broke Jace.
What? They
Greg-
hurt Wilda.
Greg, why do you have to bring up shit from a different game?
Because it's exactly what I would do.
I kicked them down the stairs and then I cast fog wall.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You see, Ace, that's a beautiful encounter. I kicked them down the stairs.
This is gonna be a really interesting combat, DM. I think it could be really interesting. Anyways, no.
Anyways, down the stairs. I cast Spartacus. Material components, none needed.
Here's the hilarious thing: you could have a summon Spartacus in this fucking system.
Yes, you can. I summoned Spartacus. And then I summoned Pot of Greed.
This is such a stupid bit, but for some reason my brain's like, I know what to do. I know what'll fix this situation. Kage, can you put descriptions on the VODs of these streams?
I can, if you want a description, you have to write it out yourself.
This one's pretty simple. Quote the DM, pain as a treat.
Wait a minute.
So,
understand
I would like to point out, at this point in time, Pot of Greed is legal in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Wow. The time we currently are living in this game, where everything was once legal, and nowadays everything is not.
To be fair,
The first ban list did not exist until 2004. We got 2 years.
Free play, everybody. Play your decks how you want. Anyway, so we have about an hour till the end. So let's get this combat going. Starting off with Spencer. As the amount of party goers seems to funnel into the room you're at and sort of disperse around you, you have 6 disgruntled party goers going, "Hey, they got."
Kathy.
Did I say Cassidy?
Kathy.
You said Kathy.
I use Kathy a lot. Well, all right, Kathy.
Cassidy. Why not?
They're very intoxicated. Cathody is what they say. It's not correct, but it's what they say.
It's not correct, but my God, did it make sense. That was the last thing they heard before they fell down the stairs.
Their final words were, hey, they got Cathody. Thong, thong, thong.
They got on! Cassidy.
look, I don't expect this combat to get to my turn.
I don't expect it to get to your turn, but my God, will it be entertaining.
It's your turn, though, Spencer.
Yes,
Yep,
I know.
It is your current turn.
Yes, but I think you were finishing your statement, and I wasn't sure if that was the end of it. Like, they got Kathy. Okay, anything else before I move in?
Yes.
Anything else before I clear the board?
You do see them like gathering around the hole in the wall. Some of them are getting by the door, getting ready to open said door, and there seems to be one person hanging in the back. They look very like timid, short, white hair.
Person hanging in the back. What stands out about them? Emotion-wise.
I don't want to do this, but I gotta. Please don't do this. Is the type of emotion. She's also carrying a large stick.
A large stick. Define large stick.
Oh, no.
Is she down the stairs by chance?
Oh my
Wow.
fucking God.
Rockin' Prime with the flying cake.
Oh my God, here comes Rocking Prime with a giant metal stick! Please, I would like to know this, whatever this stick is.
Sorry, 1 second. Kinda going over to heroic examples. Looks like this.
Interesting.
Is it supposed to be in heroic examples, or is it supposed to be under metahuman portfolios?
Better human portfolios would be if I would actually put down the character face.
You can put
Or,
down the character
put down
face.
the full character sheet. That would be what we were looking for would be under bullies.
Yeah.
Or villain image.
Or villain, yeah, villain image.
However,
Villain image would be the right one.
That's a beautiful villain image you've got there. Unfortunately, power handcuffs. Anyways, so
No.
before
You could very well do that.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Why? I just don't know if they have powers.
They have a stick. I am not taking chances. And
Or
plus,
we could just seal the wall and not waste the last handcuffs.
Like,
now
wow.
listen, Jace. That would be a great idea if it were not for the fact that she
You
has
handed
a
him,
stick.
and you handed the cuffs to the least intelligent character here.
Now listen. When boys grab a stick off the ground, they mean business.
They're here for a fight.
Spencer
that-
also probably has trauma from people since he was an
Dude,
alley cat for a little bit.
Yeah, just a
He's
little
a
bit
black alley cat.
yeah. So it's just like, oh, they have a stick.
So, anyways, that's the first fatality.
DM, I am making my way to them, and I am getting to them.
They sort of look okay. So what I'm about to post in village images is the ravers that are boys,
guarantee
the
you
ravers that are girls, and the one that's not that doesn't look like a raver. That's the metahuman that's the slag user that you're seeing for all
Okay.
intents and purposes.
So the teleporter is the first one.
Teleporters dealt with. They are incapacitated, handcuffed, and on the floor.
Okay.
Next to transient.
Teleporter is a non-factor. We have dealt with the issue.
That's the teleporter. Okay.
Now, the teleport is a non-issue. What you're seeing in villain images is the ravers that are girls, the ravers that are boys, and the one slag person that's carrying the stick.
Okay, that's great. I'm really glad to hear that. However, how power handcuffs?
I'm going to need an athletics check for you to grapple first.
Hold on, my cuckoo
There's
clock is
actually
gone
a grapple skill in this version.
Yes, I know.
I'm talking to the DM.
Yes. Is it a grab attack or athletics?
The gra-
Okay.
Perfect.
I only ask because one is 1 point higher than the other. You can make a guess as to which is which. Okay. Making a grab attack. Oh, wait. I don't have an attack. Okay. Plus. That's a 26. They picked up the stick.
Have a stick. Get him.
They have a stick. God damn!
As you go to grab said sticks, you see. You
I don't
can
grab
barely
the stick. I grab her.
I'm all right. So let me rephrase that. As you go to grab her, weaving your way around the other ravers who seem to be more focused on the person that was previously holding her, which was you, but you are a fast cat. So the after image of you, they're focused on as you weave over to try to grab the person with the stick, and then you find yourself grabbing what seems to be a lot of air, just really hard air. And you do see her muttering something, but you can't hear it over the rave music that's just still going, even over the rain.
Thinking about this, they can make a check to avoid being grabbed.
Typically no, because that goes against their parry.
Yeah.
I'm like, didn't. I'm like,
This is their reactionary skill.
Okay.
something they can do. I see. How do I want to do this? What can I do here? I could very much try. You know, I could try presence, and I might, but I gotta look and see if there's anything else I can do. Because I have the greatest idea that might be horrible. Is this a bad idea? Yes.
No. It was an opposed grab check.
Okay.
Post grab? Okay.
Yeah. I'm on the
Okay.
Mutant Masterminds wiki right now.
Fair enough. I understand.
Thank you for keeping everything in check.
Okay. A second here. At the interpose, holding back. I am recognizing she's about to make an attack that's like, I can't tell what she's doing, but I know she's about to make an attack. I have a question for you, DM, and I'd like to know how you'd rule this.
Go for it.
So we're alone in the
Stop that.
crowd right now,
Sorry.
right? Very good. Stop that. Okay, sure.
I'm like,
My
"No, stop that."
own, my IRL voice started to paw my pizza.
Very good. Okay. We're alone in the party. We got a little bit of room here, right?
I mean, it's hard to say you're alone when there are still ravers just not caring, just more vibing to the rest of the music that's still happening. Some are being encouraged by the sparks that's popping off. Some of the speakers are slowly dying due to the rain, but the music
What?
is still coming through certain other areas that are being hit by the rain, and it's still convincing people to keep dancing. It's just some of them are pouring out from the hole you have made and giving you this enough breathing space inside here to be able to come up to the person that just escaped your grasp.
Hmm.
DM, can I ask a question?
On your turn.
Okay.
Anything
Hmm.
else, Spencer, before we consider your turn?
I am not done. I just need to know a ruling on something. You said that the athletics check I made the other time was a what again? A move action?
I believe so, unless you were attempting to move first. Because you are moving, you haven't used up the rest of your movement action, of your movement speed.
That's true. Would you allow me to athletics this lady into the ground?
You can't as a movement.
Fair enough. Then I am simply going to get right up in front of her. Like, inches from her, not touching her, going, "You picked up the stick. Please don't do this." In a more emotional tone, please don't do this. I really don't want to. Please. Having flashbacks to being beaten with a stick. I'm not sure what she has to make, but that's the end of my turn. Unless you want to roll that as persuasion, which is a -1.
No, but I am giving you a quiet response as we jump over to the next person in line, which would be Jace. You said you had a question for me.
Well, it was more of a jokey one, but between all the psychedelics, the flashing lights, and the pumping music, and now this fight going on, is one of these ravers going to go on to make anime music videos?
Yes, because no, because YouTube doesn't exist right now.
Nope,
Is it
but
go
Lime,
on
but,
currently?
Not for another 5 years.
but I have seen people make AMVs on like LimeWire and freaking Napster.
The other thing you have to remember, the Vine is alive and well in this time period.
True.
Oh boy.
Brings you back, right, Spencer?
What? I used to be a baby? I still am a baby.
That was the joke.
Back to the question once more, Jace. You were asking?
That was the thing I wanted to ask, but what I think Jace's going to say, just taking all this in, seeing these guys getting ready to fight, and Spencer doing whatever the fuck Spencer is doing, he's just gonna mutter to himself, "Why the fuck is everyone having an existential crisis today?" And which one of these guys looks like they're the fastest? Like they're gonna strike out at us the soonest?
You know, funny enough, it's the really gawky guy on the far far right, just on the other side from what you can somewhat see and hear behind the door. The guy behind the door sounds like he's getting ready to just hop right on through right before everybody else. He's sounding like really like angsty and froggy.
Fascinating aneurysm.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I don't know why the DM didn't.
Guys, this is a semi-realistic situation.
No, it's not.
A bunch of regular ravers
In
being
an expanded area because there's hundreds of them in a 20 by 15 room.
Yes. When you find ways, you find ways.
I mean, barely.
Anyway,
Yeah, no.
so
I
one
had-
guy only gets this guy. They only technically have. It would be a +2 right now. Yep, +2.
7.
No.
That's capped as well.
Yeah, that guy is absolutely being crushed.
Come on. As you see the body slump before his turn comes up, falling down underneath a couple of the ravers that are coming through. The sounds do not sound pleasant. I'll have to make an extra roll for him later.
Hello, I am back. Hilariously, I said, I see, interesting, aneurysm. You cackled and then my phone died.
Ah, fair.
I love it.
DM had his revenge.
You killed a man today.
Maybe by proxy. We'll wait and see. I still need to make a roll.
I mean, there's no physical proof. He obviously had an aneurysm.
He
And then got
obviously
crushed to
died.
death in the rave.
The natural.
He's now on the ground breathing in drugs.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs. Stay in school. Eat your teeth. Brush your vegetables.
Yeah, what kind of
I love the idea of like this was the guy who was like, "Hey, they're trying to take Kathy," and then he's just down.
They're trying to.
Oh God, they're trying to take Cassidy. There's the cabs. Get. Anyway,
Sound of
anything
many
else, Jay?
footsteps follows.
Let me think about this. Jace is just going to start leaving. He's not interacting with this horse shit.
You what?
I give that man an aneurysm and I start floating down the stairs and I tell Rock and Prom to follow.
Which stair set? Are you like going inside or are you going back out?
Back out.
No, we're leaving this damn situation.
Not non-engagements.
We have we have who we came for. We don't care about anybody else.
Our
Yeah.
mission is complete. Fuck the rest of these people. Aneurysm, goodbye.
Okay, so
I mean, and she's out for like 1d4 hours, so we have enough time to get to base and stick her in a cell.
I mean, I'm just gonna be here fighting the rest of the people that DM planned for all by myself. Don't worry.
Stop eating my feet!
I can't.
wow.
Well, that's going to be a great soundbite, Puddle.
Eat my feet. Anyways,
As with all of the things that have happened so far this arc, Spencer's going to do his own thing while the rest of us follow the plot.
Lord
No,
help me.
Spencer's following the plot. The rest of us are leaving the scene.
hold on, Spencer. You've got this, right? Sounds great. We'll
No.
see you at the base.
No, we expected Spencer to come.
5 minutes later, haven't seen Spencer. Massive explosion. That sounds right.
You do remember
I've
you
seen
punched
Spencer.
you punched a hole in the load-bearing wall halfway from the top of the building, right?
Yeah,
There are
about
children in
it?
this building.
there are children in this building. I have to save all of them.
No, Transient's
really.
gonna work on that.
Okay. Don't worry. You can seal the wall, but I'm still going to be.
Right. That guy with a knife. So it's my turn. Actually, my turn.
I was about to say, would that be it, Jace? Was there anything else you're doing?
Aneurysm and leave.
Okay, so yeah, he is bouncing out carefully. It is now. It would have been 19. It would have been number three's turn, but he had an aneurysm. Transient, it's your turn. What you doing?
The voice crack there. Mwah.
Transient, what are you doing?
Spence, go out the window as he seals the entire wall, door and all.
Are people still inside? I mean,
People still inside.
in the wall?
If there's somebody trapped there,
I'm making a quick roll.
Hello?
Well,
Roll
no.
fate.
No one else had gotten to move. They were coming towards us, but no one got through the wall yet.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I'm just making sure that no random
no random
Sorry.
bystander was in the way at the moment.
Yeah. Like, there's people getting into fights and people not wanting to get into fights, just bystanding and trying to get the heck out of there. And then seeing someone come up to the wall, everyone cleared away from the wall. Wall is now sealed. People are
Transient's
astonished.
Transient's not touching the wall.
Yep,
All right, then what are you doing?
he's doing it from a distance.
I don't need to touch the wall.
Fair enough.
All my
Transient-
stuff is ranged. The wall is
Transient.
now sealed.
Tragedy claps and then touches something. The wall,
What the fuck?
untouched, is retouched up and recompleted.
And the door itself is sealed as well. It is now part of the wall.
Oh,
Art sealed.
I'm not
Art
trapped in
sealed.
here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
You have to remember, I still have it. You have to remember, I still have a human puddle on my lap. I have not moved from my position in the corner with her.
Okay, is everyone done? Cool, seals at the wall.
Right. I am making one particular roll for the wall and certain items and setting.
Damn,
All right. Noted.
that's a tough wall.
But it's reinforced concrete. Whether or not the building can handle that much weight, extra weight, I think that just added probably
The maintenance employee.
an extra 150 pounds right there.
The maintenance employees at this fucking complex are gonna be like, "What the fuck happened here?"
Damn ravers building walls while high.
Yeah.
By the way, there's a window in that room.
Yes, the one that you're in.
No, the one
Buddy.
you're in.
It depends on-
There's a reason why I said, Spencer, go out the window
This is
before I
true.
sealed the hole.
Whether or not he heard you is another thing.
And let's see here. I have increased my strength, so I pick up Wilda.
Oh.
Jace, you think you can get what's her name? Kathy? Cassidy?
Rockin' Prime is carrying Cassidy.
Cassidy.
So yes. Transient will stand up with Wilda in his arms and walk alongside Jace out the building.
Wilda, are you opposing this? Are you opposing his grabbing of you?
No, I just put my head in the crook of his neck.
Fair enough.
No rolls needed, as heroically you whisk Wilda away from the terrible
Come here.
rave scene.
Explosion.
Gosh, you. As we will-
Don't give Transient ideas.
Sodium bomb 2.0.
With the amount of drugs in there, I could have done that.
Yes, you could. It could have been a lot worse,
Oh,
too.
Lord. As we hop over to now the Ravers' turn. The Ravers, who are now stunned that the doors are shut, need to make a personal will check to see if
You
they
mean wall.
simmer down. Yeah, the wall.
You said door.
Thank you.
The door is
Watching the wall reform and finding that the door is sealed, they have to make a personal check for themselves, whether they revive to the music and drop the rage, or be consumed by cop fearing rage and try to find an alternate route to find you guys, or attack Spencer.
probably the last one.
Good luck on attacking Spencer.
Yes, I know.
That's an 8.
I think they vibe.
This
DM.
one takes a deep breath, drinks his party drink, and resumes bopping it to
Deep Eurobeat.
yeah to Perfect Hero.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just had a line of thought. That's so dumb and so inappropriate and so funny.
Excuse me, I gotta look up
Ye-
something.
This man sees Cassidy go down. He sees the guy who's like, they're trying to take Cassidy. Go to get ready to jump these people. Suddenly, that guy falls face down on the floor, spasming. And this guy looks around, sees the wall close up, and is like, man, I gotta stop doing drugs. Snorts a line of cocaine and goes back to dancing.
I picked a bad day to stop sniffing glue.
Wow, that
Hey.
cocaine's really hitting hard.
GM,
Yeah.
this is the name of the opening rave music from Blade 1, which was done in '98.
Yes. Yes!
Confusion. Pump panel reconstruction remix by New Order. I love it. I wanted to play Control by Trancy Lords, but unfortunately, that stuff wasn't playable on certain things. Anyway,
Parental guidance advised.
iPods are a thing right now, by the way.
Yeah, I think this is around the year that I bought my mom one.
Our first pair of headphones. iPods.
And
There we go.
3.5 millimeter jacks are standard for pretty much every system out there.
Don't worry, guys. I'll punish the plot.
To
It'll
be
back
fair, our phones are currently using 3.5 jacks in order for us to make phone calls. We need Jace to update our phones.
This will update everyone's phones later, after Spencer's done beating the shit out of a bunch of ravers.
Well, now everyone else needs to basically see it, because no one else is in initiative except for the
Spencer.
Ravers and Spencer.
I mean, at this point specifically, the woman who was about to attack me watched the wall that she was really angry about it breaking get sealed back up, and he's just like, "You want to just like leave and not tell anyone?" But that's the
Yeah, it's not like we were coming to handcuff everyone.
Oh
Okay,
my
for one person, we got them and we left.
Yeah.
Didn't even scold them about their drug usage, or if Rockin' Prime did, it wasn't heard over the volume.
Heck, there's still drugs on Wilda.
Transient will take care of that later, maybe. If
Goodness.
Wilder ever tells him about it. Or he notices.
Probably neither is gonna happen.
oh goodness. So Spencer, the Slag Mage, listen. Here's your response. Are you hitting on me right now?
Give me a moment. I'm trying to respond to something. Okay, now, are we done with initiative? Are we just?
No, initiative is still active.
Oh, so I get to respond to this.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Sounds great. Are you? So she said specifically. Repeat that.
Are you hitting on me?
Well, I mean, you're really pretty, so.
Somehow, Spencer's gonna come out of this with a fucking girlfriend.
Spencer ain't got no dick.
So?
I'm just gonna post
Fair.
this because you earned it right now.
Spencer got that cat riz.
I'm just gonna post that. Pretend that I didn't hear what you said.
Spencer don't need no dick. He only needs cuddles.
Okay, that's true.
Spencer, at the mention of calling her really pretty, there is an attempt that she waves the stick in front of you, and there's a flash of like rave light, one would say. Before she's no longer standing where she's at. I will need a perception check from you here soon. That'll be soon. That'll be on your turn. But at the
That's
moment,
not
she's
true.
no longer in front of you.
That's not the worst thing that's ever happened when Spencer said that. And it probably won't be either. Okay. What happens next, DM?
Next, it will be the other 4 party ravers trying to figure out what they're doing. Let me just roll 4d20s. With those +2s?
I mean, if this becomes a beat 'em up game that's side scrolling and has like a ton of people in it where I get to do a party fight, sure.
Bruh. Okay, so lucky for you, the two ladies that were there ready to pick a fight realized, probably better off without that trick. Let's go do some beer pogs and completely forego the rest of the fight. But that's the last 2. The ones that rolled an 11 and a 19, the other guys look over at you
You want to
with
go,
eyes
bro?
of jealousy.
You want to go, bro?
You want to go, bro? Yeah, pretty much. You want to go, bro? You want to
I
go,
mean,
bro?
this is the area where that exactly happened.
As they make their attempts to swing on you.
Look, I
Well,
appreciate cuddles from both men and women.
one attempts to shove you.
Okay. He may try. If he gets a net 20, he might do something, and I would be impressed. He got an 8.
He pushes himself away. We'll need like an opposing strength check, right?
His base modifier is +9.
So
He
even if I
pushes himself
roll,
away from you.
Yeah.
You don't need a roll.
he just pushes himself away and I go and just kind of tilt my head.
He pushes it away. Make a performance check to see if he can put it off as the moonwalk.
Do it. I want to see this man throw down some moves.
This is going to turn to a dance off.
God, yes.
He gets a +4 because this guy is a smooth dancer. Second guy comes over trying to swing, legitimately throw an arm and swing at you.
What's his damage modifier? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't have a damage modifier.
Pretty much.
That's what's perfect.
So, go
But
ahead.
his attempt to like make this look better.
It's also a 19.
Do you know that like old style Raven where arms are just flying around?
Yeah.
That's what he starts doing.
Is he doing the mashed potato?
Mashed potato.
Wow, I'm feeling old because I started hearing. I wanted to say, let me do the twist.
God, I
Dude,
love that
let him
song,
do the
actually.
twist.
Do the twist.
And the others just, not want to be part of the dance party and realizing there's better things to do like other drugs and alcohol, bounce out from the fight.
That is the single best line I've heard in this game so far.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do
Anyways,
drugs. You'll
don't
forget
do
what
drugs,
you're doing
kids.
and just start
Anyways,
dancing with a
drugs-
cat person.
Yeah, don't do drugs, kids. Anyways, the rest of the partiers go back to doing drugs.
Look, the important thing is that the heroes aren't doing drugs.
Yeah.
We didn't have a freaking or the dice made sure that we didn't have a freaking Captain Planet moment.
The choice is yours.
Spencer,
The
get us back to the
overdose is yours.
Goodness gracious.
Okay. Top of the round.
It is your turn again. You're surrounded by 2 dancers who, at first, seemed like they were trying to be accosted with you, but you now think they just want to dance with you.
Aw.
As one is moonwalking and the other one is mosh pitting.
I don't know.
You do recall Transy telling you, jump through the window.
I remember words. I need to roll perception to see if I actually heard them because the music is loud.
Less loud
Even-
than it was.
It was less loud, but it was still pretty loud and I have sensitive hearing.
And it is currently still downpouring in the area.
Don't worry, I have a plan for if he doesn't show up by the time we reach the bottom of the stairs.
You have a plan, but that was a nat 1.
That's fine.
Just like, what did he say again? Have fun at the party. Oh, okay.
Thankfully, Spencer's immune to drugs.
Actually, that's pretty true.
Because if it wasn't for the rain, the air would be full of them.
For now.
Right.
Okay. Would you like me to roll perception for that other thing you told me to, or is that later?
Go ahead and do so now.
Okay. If I get a net 20, I'm gonna be really fucking funny. Oh wait, hold on. That's a 9. Didn't mean to roll the. I mashed the 2, so it's a 9.
You fat fingered it.
Yeah, fat
Yep.
fingered it.
I'm sorry, my brain is trying to comprehend what exactly just happened. So you rolled twice. The first one was a bad roll. I understand that. The other one is the.
That was a
No.
9. I
The
meant to.
first one was to him to perceive what transient said. That was a nat 1.
Right.
And the next one is supposed to be a 9 out of 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Modifier is a +1, not a +12. I wish it was a +12.
I mean, you could have built it that way.
I could have. I really could have.
So as you're looking around in the slightly less congested rave room, trying to ignore the dancers that are around you that look like they're trying to do something but not do something, and music blaring, you along with water dripping down from the ceiling from the previous rain, you're not able to see a window here. You're not able to see a proper exit other than that one door that you do recall transient closing and sealing off, along with the other wall that you broke.
Okay. Are we out of initiative, or is it still going?
Yeah, I mean, it's still technically your turn.
Okay. Let's see here. So I heard that there was more party going on to the right, but I'm gonna check the wall first to see if there's like I remember there being a wall there. I'm just gonna check the wall,
The wall
aka
that the opposite wall.
Wait, there's no windows. This house is not up to code then.
yeah, it's not up to code. I can't
Like,
see anyone though.
He didn't spot a window
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
through
So
the rave.
when it comes to what I'm doing, I'm checking the wall that was sealed. It was the last time I saw the party. It's like maybe he left directions. No, there's just an unconscious guy here.
Yeah, the conscious guy looks like like he's unconsciously pointing towards like the way where the party seems to grow in intensity.
So
But that could
I'm
just be him passed out.
I am going to pick him up and find a couch for him to slump on.
Isn't too hard. Although it's kind of rough to slump him on when there's like 12 of the people like jamming on top of it.
Is there just an open seat I can put him on? You know what?
No,
Bad idea.
no, there
Better
is not.
idea. I carry him over my shoulder and go to the room where the party seems to be going. Thank you for the direction. Carries him with me.
Spencer, you're now carrying an unconscious party goer as you wade through the rest of the body. I will need either an agility or an acrobatics from you as you are attempting to go around the waving bodies. Since you aren't trying to swim up to somebody or trying to move up to somebody, you're just trying to bypass these people. Acrobatics is a possibility.
That is a 21.
There is enough breathing room above them that you're able to like somewhat claw above and somewhat like jump from wall to wall over to another break where the door is, a break of the bodies,
Yep.
as you're able to go down the hall, following deeper. You do see two entrances on either wall leading to different rooms that are also packed in and seem to have music coming from them before you enter into what seems to be what would have been the master bedroom here.
Yep.
But once more, modifications have been made to where the floor in this one has been beaten down. There's another stair set with a bunch of ravers dancing from wall to wall to stairs.
So there's 2 rooms here, and then the staircase is going down, right?
3 rooms. 2 rooms on either side of the hallway that you bounce down, and at the end of it into the master bedroom, there is the main room itself, plus a stairway that goes down to the next to the lower floor, into the 4th floor.
I am going to check each room, opening it and checking what's inside as I go along.
For the brevity of climbing over the rioters, go ahead and just give me perception checks as you look inside.
For each one or
Bouncing
just
through.
in total?
For each one, this will be 2 separate checks as you're going back over, bouncing through.
That is a 6. Can't do much about that. That is a 16. And I think that's all of them, unless you want to make one more for the master bedroom.
The master bedroom is self-explanatory. There's not that much in there. As you look inside these side rooms, the first room, the one where you got a 6, you attempt to look in, but then someone starts pouring out questionable liquid right at the door frame. You can't see why. Some of it starts splashing in your eyes, and you have to back up in order to not have it in your eyes. It's definitely still full of people.
Fair enough.
In
Next room.
in the other room, you can definitely see more people. You definitely see more people in there, but there seems to be some activity inside the room where it looks like a group of people are bouncing what seems to be like a white ping pong ball, but instead of using paddles, they're trying to catch it in cups on the other side. Everyone is actively cheering in this room for every time the ball gets inside. You don't know why, but they're drinking the cups after the ball lands in there.
There's no liquid in there. Oh, look, there is. Looks like apple cider. I'm glad they're having fun. Closes the door, moves to the master bedroom.
The master bedroom, once more, is just more dancing, more music, and another stair set going down to the 4th floor.
I will go
Flickering
down.
back,
Good.
as you go, you will go down the stairs before you see what's on the other side, at the bottom of those stairs. Flickering back over to the group who are making their way out of the area. Have you step outside, managing to find the exit door thanks to a bunch of the other ravers giving you breathing room.
Breathing room. We
And
locked him in.
Yes.
the ravers that escaped.
Ah.
Remember, there was so many people packed in there that as soon as the hole was open, they just poured out and started dancing out in the room you guys were at. And ow, my middle finger. I have jammed something up. Bad. Pain.
I hate when I do that.
Right? Ugh. Tendonitis. But you guys are back outside into the open air. The the rave music is a little bit more was a little bit more noticeable until you reformed it. Now it's quiet again. Outside, you hear the subtle city sounds of cars moving, honking in the distance. Some uh, some people chattering here and there. A couple of pikeys having some almost deranged arguments, barely understandable.
I mean, the building's power is still off, so.
Building power is still off, so people are noticeably outside making calls on their cellular device if they have some. Others are knocking on nearby doors trying to see if anybody else has power. What do you do?
I reach into my pocket, pull out the Spencer call button, and press it. That's been my plan to get Spencer out.
Oh, man. I really wish I could hear that.
You can, though, because it's built into your suit.
I don't have my suit. It's not finished yet.
Excuse me.
That was a pretty decent one.
I know.
Tell you what, Spencer, go ahead and give me a perception check. Go ahead and add 5 to your roll. It will be the DC will be adjusted given the fact that you are in a room or in an area filled with loud noises.
Okay. That's a 23.
Well, that you press the button. While you can't hear it, you do see the little light dial at the very tip of it start like lighting up per ringing. You're not sure uh, where he's at exactly as you guys have stepped outside and started going down the
Go into the
stairs.
car.
Yeah, started heading down the stairs. Spencer, as you're heading down the stairs towards the fourth floor, amongst the loud music, amongst the loud noises, the sensations of people just being random and wild, you hear a familiar beeping, a familiar rhythm. It's in a very annoying pitch, almost one that scratches at the back of your ear that you can't reach, but it's familiar. It's
Um,
almost like, oh crap, Woodlow's calling you.
I gotta make an intelligence check if he realizes that. Also, it can get through the fucking wall that has no sound passing through it.
Spence, you
Yeah.
know the sound because you've responded to it before.
Yeah.
I know, but the sound can
And
get through
yes,
a wall.
yes, the sound can get through into the wall, but doesn't seem to bounce back out.
It's a one-way
Hmm,
filter.
fair enough. However, if that's true, I gotta roll. I gotta think about this as Spencer.
I mean,
On
this is
one
a
hand,
higher frequency than what
this is
they're
I
playing.
know, but I am Spencer is in a dilemma right now. He's got an unconscious guy over his shoulder. He's trying to explore more of the party. He's trying to find out what's going on with that girl, and he won't know if he comes back to you. So at this point, he's stuck between his two flaws: do good and
Will the?
protect him. But he also knows you're not in danger.
You don't know that.
Fair enough. I'm
Like,
gonna roll
I
an
mean,
intelligence check.
y'all almost got jumped. He could still be surfing on that. Go ahead.
I have to. This is the only fair way I can really say that. That is a 13 for the intelligence check. Let's see here.
By my standards, it just barely meets it. You just barely consider world is more important than finding that mystery girl. And you could probably find take this guy over to the hospital anyway. He looks like he needs help.
I've got to interpret this as Spencer would. For your standards, yes. For character RP standards, he knows for a fact, one, that the teleport girl was here. He also knows that there's a girl that can apparently also teleport here. So in his mind, technically, teleport girl is still here. He has to stay.
Actually, you don't know where Teleport Girl is.
I don't. But I also don't know she's not here.
Tell you what, give me a perception check real quick.
Fair enough. I would look around. That is another 16. I have two 16s in a row for perception.
You can definitely hear the sound. It definitely seems like it's close, like strangely close. As you get to the bottom of the stairs, it's almost as if it's like right next to you. You look over to the side. There's a window.
Do I see out the window?
Out the window, you can see your friends. You can see Teleport Girl. You can see Rock and Prime holding Teleport Girl. You can see Wilda looking around, wondering where you're at.
Does she look to be in danger?
Yes, absolutely.
She looks scared, worried. She's clinging onto Transient.
And transient's there.
Transient, the other cat.
Yes. The other cat. Oh, God.
He's encroaching on your territory.
I gotta reason this out. Because right now, yeah, I
It's
know.
been reasoned.
By you.
No, you're just putting too much thought into a cat.
I'm putting too much thought into a cat who's trying to consider the moral weight of what he's doing.
Yeah, but is barely at toddler or average human range right now.
He's about teenager right now, which is -1.
So that puts him at emotionally compromised.
-2, -1, yeah. I understand that. God. I'm going to tell you guys that Spencer will stay here. But on the other hand, every action I've done previously says, okay, maybe go with Wilda. Putting thought into this.
We
goddamn-
also, we also have a dinner tonight.
I know.
And that there's going to be food.
Does the window look breakable, DM? Or does it look openable?
The window looks openable. You've also noticed that as you've been looking around, there's a significant lack of food here.
You're trying to wrap this up, aren't you, DM?
Not necessarily, but how the ball is rolling, it looks like we're getting close to a hill end right now. Nothing wrong with
have
taking
to
a short
say,
diversion.
I understand your reasoning, and I do understand why Spencer would go with Wilda right now. And okay, emotionally, what is he seeing from Transient and the other guys?
Transient is extremely stone-faced right now. He is not happy with current situation.
Like at what specifically? Like frustrated or just done with it?
He's done with it. He
Fair
is
enough.
110% done with the situation.
Fair enough. What about Jace?
Jace
Jace is
seems
not waiting around. Jace is just gone. He's heading back to the Humvee.
Okay. And Wilda?
Still very scared.
I understand that. What about Teleport Girl? What emotion is she feeling right now?
unconscious.
Unconscious.
That's an emotion?
It is right now.
You aren't seeing anything from her because she's unconscious.
Fair enough.
Unconscious, not asleep.
Okay. So the window you said is openable, right, DM?
Yes.
I will open the window and crawl out.
As everyone was walking by, what would have been the serene visage of a family enjoying their morning breakfast is it quickly interrupted by the sound of the root sandstorm playing through as Spencer crawls out the window with a person on his shoulder, unconscious too, and closes the window, cutting the music off.
I haven't said that I
Presuming
closed the window.
Ah,
I am leaving the window open and I am gently dropping the guy down, just kind of like there against. I'd say, is there a guardrail? Oh, wait, no, there isn't.
No, there isn't.
right. No, not at certain sections, and unfortunately, not at this particular section.
I will
of
lay him
walkway.
against the wall next to the window. And I will look at the group and go, oh, are we leaving? But there's a ton of stuff still there, and there's probably more bad guys.
We got the one we were looking for, Spencer. We can't
Yeah, but there's still
do anything until we know. And we only know her.
That's right there. Continues pointing.
I feel like just the quietness is already just everyone's like subtly looking at Spencer, not being able to give
We can't
words enough of how tired they are.
we can't persecute people if we don't, or we can't jail people if we don't know who they are. Unfortunately, they have to do bad things first.
Well, yeah, I know that, but felt something in there.
We can come back later.
Oh man, important decision moment for Spencer. I am leaving it up to a dice roll. Call high or low, Wilda.
Low.
It is low. Damn. Anyways, Spencer closes the window. Okay. But you guys never finish missions.
You say that out loud?
In his mind. And above board.
We do.
Name one mission we haven't fully finished in one way or another. Usually with the bad guys crippled or dead.
I'm talking about completed mission, not destroyed mission.
Destroyed equals complete in this case.
I'm
Welcome to the
not so
superhero
sure.
business.
I'm not
Welcome
so
to
sure.
Say that to Iron Man.
I'm not so sure.
Say that to Superman. Say that to
Oh.
Batman. Their
I
enemies
don't
are
know
either
if-
crippled, destroyed, or in jail by the end of their episodes.
I'm not so sure.
And about half the city is destroyed.
I'm not so sure. Anyways.
You don't get that
So,
problem with the Flash.
No, you get time travel shenanigans with the Flash.
I am
At-
going
at
to
worst.
I am
Go ahead.
going to come over to Transient Wilda, and I'm going to grab Wilda.
Yeah, I can just see the image of Spencer just walking up, Transit carrying Wilda bridal style, and just I'm her cat. I carry.
Oh my god.
He outmuscles Transient by a fair margin.
Yes. He does not out-transmute Transient, but he does out-muscle Transient.
All right. As you guys take your apprehended teleporter back over to the vehicle, where exactly will you be heading here now? Back to the base, back to the home. It is currently soft afternoon. Right now, we're talking. Let's see if it was.
It's Transient's birthday. We'll probably dump her in the cell and then go back home. He hasn't been
Argue
able to
that.
have like a regular birthday.
He has not.
Do you tell Spencer this?
Spencer, it's Transient's birthday, or it's birthday.
Really? Okay. And he hands you right back to Transit. Well, why didn't you say so? If it's your birthday, you can hold her. Any other day, not really. But it's your birthday. I have to play Spencer.
No, I'm just chuckling at the undertone there.
Oh, yeah.
Lord.
Any other day, not at all. But it's your birthday. I am
Let
going
me double
to.
check that.
Good.
I'm just double checking one roll. It just barely makes it. Yeah, you do still happen to see some leftover drugs still clinging to her coat arm.
If
Definitely
Spencer
a
came home
Well-
with Wilda covered in drugs, he would be prosecuted.
A prosecuted?
Cross-examined.
Would be done.
Prosecuted?
There's 2 doctors in the house. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, and then someone who owns a strip club, so of course he knows drugs.
What are you doing with? It's just like wipes finger across it, takes a taste, blue, just like names out the specific drug.
And what it's cut with.
Exactly. My God, they cut this with a razor blade. How dare you?
That's not what cut means, buddy.
Really?
Really.
Okay, cool. I don't want to know then.
Oh, so
You
many
should
ways
probably
to,
know, though.
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
Do you know the settings on a coffee grinder?
No, I mean, yeah.
Similar, but finer.
No. That's not what a
That's-
cut is.
That's also not what a cut is.
Is it like a grade?
It's whether or not they've added something else to it.
Yeah.
Oh, whether it's crack or not.
Listen, I watched like
No,
one episode
whether or
of
not the
Breaking-
crack was reduced by the amount of flour they added into it.
Yeah.
Or baking
No,
soda.
listen, I only watched like 3 episodes of Breaking Bad, so
So, also keep
Breaking
in
Bad's
mind
not
that
bad.
lately people have been cutting like heroin and stuff with fentanyl.
because it's cheaper.
Fuckness.
Because it's mass producible.
Yeah.
Yes. However,
Why you just stick to the grass?
And Transient is going to make an attempt to clean all the drugs off Wilda.
I
Go
will
ahead and
say,
give me
however,
an alchemy. Or
That's
Go
a
ahead.
15. I'm saving my last penny for the dinner.
that is a good idea.
Transient hasn't eaten. He's not ready for dinner.
fair enough.
Spencer is going to come up to the teleport girl, and since Jace is far away and it's just him and Rocking Prime, he's gonna go, "Can I carry her back?"
I was specifically ordered to hold on to the captive until we reached our designated area. Unfortunately, little one, the answer is no. It's an automated no.
Oh, I see. Can I hold her now?
He repeats the same iteration. Same
This
with
rep-
automated no.
I understand. However, this repeats at least a few other times before we reach home.
Jace, can we get back to base sooner rather than later?
Yeah, and he will make sure the Humvee takes us back ASAP.
I like to
I
think
don't-
this is being fueled
Oh,
by
now.
irritation.
How about now? How about now?
Just have Rock and Prime drive the damn thing.
How about now?
I feel, I
Now?
feel like that would be noticeable by people who are other drivers if a giant mechanical being was driving a Humvee.
He's obeying the traffic laws, goddammit.
It's all right. I have a solution. As you guys pile into the vehicle, the teleporter girl is headed to the driver's seat, unconscious. Rocket Prime is operating from underneath.
That is horrible.
Jace, people watch Transformers and Gundam at this point. I don't think they're gonna blink an eye. Especially in
I
this
think that will
town.
make them blink more.
However,
The car
I'll just
proceeds
say,
to start driving.
I'm
I'll
gonna
just say
like
that he's your uncle who just got back from an anime convention. It's fine.
I'm gonna sit in the back where the trunk is and get thrown around with all the tools. It's my favorite part.
It's not. It's not like the tools can hurt you.
Yeah, I know. It's just a really fun ball pit.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining with every subtle like bump or heavy bump, it would just his head pops up and then a wrench drops in from different angles.
Absolutely. There's
It's
just
the
a
same
random
wrench.
angle where you see him just like fall from the ceiling and hit the ground.
So how many dents are in the roof by the time we get back?
Let me roll.
It's like the guy who jumps when the bus hits a fucking bump.
17.
Unfortunately, Spencer doesn't have to try to do that.
I know.
When I was a kid, we had a guy on the bus who would jump when the fucking bus driver would hit a bump, and one time he hit the fucking ceiling and hit the emergency latch, and the bus immediately stopped in the middle of driving.
The +2 is me lowballing it. But from here, as you guys make your way back over towards your current base, and then over towards home for the dinner ahead of you, we will call it here for the session. We'd like to thank everyone who joined us here for a little extended visit with the group, and hope that everyone had fun. I thank you all again. Do join us again in 2 weeks as we attempt to have a wonderful birthday dinner for our dear Madam Manipulator here.
Birthday dinner
Uh,
experiment.
And other things.
Yes.
and other things.
Until
Alright.
next.
Bye.